Alright, so this video will be quick. I'm still experiencing the ideas of, not the ideas, but the samples which I was sharing also earlier about the time and how future and past and now is interlinked. And the same as I talked about the alien spaceship, which landed on the newspaper, which I shared. I was like thinking to myself also another phenomena. For example, lately I had a dream where I was talking to one of my friends just tonight, and in this dream we were, oh, there's no road here. In the dream we were talking about I don't remember, something private, or about, for example, about cars. We were just sharing and talking, and I remember this dream perfectly, and I woke up, and all this day I was like remembering this dream and thinking about this dream, and because I haven't met that friend for a while, and then all of a sudden I decided, okay, I will write to this friend, because I had a lucid dream about how we talked about, for example, cars, and just it turned out that this friend is also very near to my location right now, and he said, okay, let's just meet and have a chat. And about the time phenomena. For example, imagine yourself, now you meet this friend and you realize you're talking with him and it's exactly the same as you saw in your dream. And when you were talking with him, you're like, hey, we started talking about cars. And he just turns to you, says, oh yeah, about cars. And then you said, that's exactly what you said in the dream. And then you come to yourself and realize that, hey, but this is actually, I had dreamed the future event. I dreamed the future event, and now I see this future event of us talking about the cars. And he's like, oh yeah, like whatever, nearly, or something like that. Okay, this video will be short because I'm running out of battery. The mobile phone's running out of battery. So the idea is that, but if you have had this dream, for example, would you make a choice to call your friend and to meet him? And if you haven't made that choice, you wouldn't have met him, and therefore you wouldn't have seen this future event in your dreams. So the question is, there is no question. So the phenomena is, if you were not to see him in the dream, you would not have a choice or idea that, hey, maybe we should meet. And if you haven't made this choice to meet up, you will have the future insight in your lucid dreams about you talking with him. So basically what I want to share is that the phenomena about the time concept, I think, and I hope, and I do think that in the near future, or maybe next years, or maybe next 100 years or so, people will definitely make new concepts about what is time and how does time actually work. Because I think there will be lots and lots of discoveries about time concepts, like about time and space concepts, that the scientists or the people or the mass consciousness would change the idea about what actually time is, and therefore also the clocks and everything. Because also today I had another thing. I met a friend and we started talking about bitcoins and exchange, like just chatting about different topics. This was a different friend, and he's telling, yeah, I'm in bitcoins also. I was like, you're trading or doing what? He's like, yeah, for like 1 year or so. I was like, no, you're kidding. He said, no, because he says no. I said, but the last time we met, you tell that, oh, this is not for you, or not doing this. He said, no, but last time you said this is not for you, or not doing this. I said, no, but, and the conclusion was like, we both had a different past memory of what has happened, because I truly remember that he said he's not into this, he does not understand anything, and it's not for him. But he understands that I said this is not for me, and I'm not in this. But I said, but I'm even more, I'm like a year or more also checking the science behind this, and how it could, how did the exchange work and stuff like this, like just like a hobby. And he said, well, I'm a year also, but he said, we have met several times and we talked about this. We both said, no, this is not for me. So I was like telling also that our memories about the past also change, because there's coming to a conclusion about this now state is that whatever situation you are in now, or whatever thought patterns you're having now, or whatever your state of consciousness is now, it changes completely your past and your future. So you have while another state you grow in consciously, your whole future and your whole past changes, and therefore also if you make a decisions now, your past and your future changes completely. So I believe many out of Earth civilizations had these technologies already investigated, and these technologies already used, and these concepts already well designed. So how much power battery I have? Okay, 11%. So I know many people experience stuff like this, and I think that this time concept, this clock, this calendar, or whatever, it has to be rediscovered or restudied, not by the sake of that there's something wrong with the calendar, but the overall time concept itself, how consciousness affects time and how time affects consciousness, like your self-awareness, or you might say. And this is really interesting. This is a really interesting phenomena. So, for example, also several times I was talking with my friends also. Yes, but for example, you, like this dream, for example, you have a clear image. You know without any shadows of doubt that this would definitely happen in the future. For example, you see a green car burning, or it doesn't matter the situation, and then if a future is determined, and when you see a green car, you always pay attention. Yeah, this is the exact green car, but you always pay attention. It should not supposed to burn. You do everything to prevent it from burning, and thus then you change your future, for example. And can it be changed? For example, you know yourself a lot of situations that will definitely come to a true, and you do everything possible to avoid these situations. And then can they be avoided? Can you avoid them? Because, or maybe you try to avoid them, but by avoiding them you make those visions come true from a completely different perspective. For example, one may avoid himself to not get into a hospital, and he tries to avoid the situation badly, walks carefully all the time, because I know that I will be in hospital. I don't want to be in hospital, and he walks safely. He tries to walk safely as he can and be safe as he can, and all of a sudden, by his paying attention and keeping safety, watching around on steps that he may fall to, accidentally a football flies and hits his head, and he hits his head, and then ambulance takes him to the hospital with a minor injury, and he sleeps in his bed and he starts to laugh. And the doctors don't understand, what's wrong with you? He said, yeah, I sort of knew this would happen. And I did everything for it to happen. They said, oh, how was it possible for you to plan a football out of nowhere to hit your face and you get a minor injury? He said, yes, I know, I already knew earlier that I'll be in hospital with this injury, and I tried to watch my steps closely on the ground and not paying attention what falls from the above. So seeing this, being this future vision made us do the choices that allowed us to get to that future vision that we saw. If we make no choices, if we make no decisions, no future will ever happen like this. But this is just an example. This is just a story which I'm sharing out of the excitement which I'm having. Like, man, this time concept is really interesting. Okay, so I'm about to finish, and there was a comment saying what's up, and nothing is up. It's nearly midnight here, and I'm planning to go to sleep. And I'm just filming the road because I need to hold my mobile phone somewhere, and I don't have I don't have anywhere to place him. The mobile phone right here. No. Yeah. Please go ahead, drive your car. And these are how people in Latvia drive. They keep their mobile phones, and they drive and they park. Yeah, somebody's saying like I should drift, but I'm in a bus, and the bus doesn't. It's not a big bus. It's a minivan. It doesn't. It doesn't drift. So okay. Let's park right here. I'm really excited because after a few days I'm having a meditation seminar, and I'm really excited about it. It's a long time I haven't meditated. Synergetic Red. I'm sharing the news, but nothing that new, which I would talk for hours. Okay, maybe later I will share some news. I'm off. Bye.